While I understand you're genuinely a kind-hearted individual, it's crucial to recognize that not everyone shares this trait. Our hearts tend to believe there's hope for a better world and trust in humanity, yet without caution, one might suffer. Regrettably, numerous malevolent individuals exist, and sooner or later, they might enter our lives. Be vigilant for warning signs and keep your distance from such individuals. You've likely encountered someone truly unkind, someone who calls us, hurts others' emotions, and exploits weaknesses without a second thought. Occasionally, these traits are so understated that we remain oblivious to the fact that we're interacting with a harmful individual. Let's discuss indicators that reveal you're in contact with someone of this nature. Some individuals consistently strive to instill guilt in you or project a facade of liking you while disparaging you in your absence. Vigilance is key, as outside influences often attempt to disrupt your tranquility, and sometimes they might be from your own family. Undoubtedly, family is a divine blessing. However, some individuals strongly lean toward their less virtuous side. 0113. In today's discussion, I'll unveil 9 no, make that 10 signs you're entangled with a problematic individual, and how to navigate encounters with them. Before delving into the first sign, make sure to tap the like button if you're enamored with discovering life's wisdom. If you can, jot this down. People desire your well-being, yet never superior success. This is the unvarnished truth. Now let's embark on the first sign. Number 1. Deriving joy from others' suffering. Malevolent individuals experience satisfaction when witnessing others' distress. If you know someone who appears to take delight in others' misfortune, smirking or laughing during someone's hardships, it's a glaring indicator of a toxic persona. This conduct exemplifies a profound absence of empathy, potentially leading to situations engineered by them purely for their amusement. Consider a colleague who laughs at your challenges rather than offering a helping hand, or a friend who mocks your personal issues instead of providing support. Such actions are not just thoughtless, but highlight a deeply unkind nature. These individuals may even instigate adverse circumstances for others deliberately, simply to relish in observing their suffering. They might also engage in spreading rumors and stirring conflicts, all to witness people's reactions and savor the disorder they incite. Recognizing these warning signs promptly is crucial, so you can distance yourself from those displaying such behaviors to safeguard your emotional health and well-being. Number 2. The urge to dominate your life. Malicious individuals are exceedingly controlling. They often feel insecure and powerless unless they can dictate every facet of their lives and the lives of those around them. They will stop at nothing to ensure that events unfold as per their desires, and will misuse their authority if faced with little to no opposition. Picture a supervisor who demands to scrutinize every single detail of your work, not out of a desire to assist, but from a compulsion to maintain complete control. Or imagine a friend who dictates where you go, what you do, and who you associate with, ignoring everyone else's input. Such behaviors reflect a suffocating obsession with control. These individuals may also manipulate circumstances to reinforce their authority, establishing rigid rules or employing emotional coercion. A classic illustration is a partner who incessantly checks your whereabouts and who you're conversing with not from genuine concern, but from a need to assert dominance over your life. This thirst for control is not only vexing, but can also pose serious dangers. These individuals frequently leverage their power to exploit and mistreat others. Identifying these behaviors and setting firm boundaries is vital for safeguarding your independence and emotional health. If you observe someone attempting to regulate every aspect of your existence, it's crucial to take proactive steps to distance yourself and reclaim your personal autonomy. Number 3. An unsettling sensation in their presence. One of the most evident indicators that you're in the company of a harmful individual is the strange feeling they evoke. You might notice feelings of exhaustion, restlessness, or simply a general sense of discomfort when they are near. This could be your instinct trying to alert you that something isn't right. Imagine attending a family gathering where everyone is enjoying themselves, yet there's one person who consistently makes you feel tense and uneasy, regardless of whether they direct any negative behavior toward you. This person's mere presence can create an aura of discomfort, suggesting they harbor negative energy or ill intentions. Another example could be a colleague who instills anxiety or fatigue every time they approach. You may struggle to identify precisely what feels amiss, yet your body and mind seem to sense that something is off. These sensations warrant your attention. Our instincts often catch signals that our conscious minds might overlook. If you find yourself constantly uneasy around someone, this serves as a warning that their intentions may not be benevolent. Acknowledging and valuing these feelings can steer you away from potentially harmful situations and help preserve your inner tranquility. Number 4. A lack of accountability. Malevolent individuals often evade responsibility for their actions, readily shifting blame onto others when things go awry, and frequently adopting a victim mentality. They refuse to acknowledge their mistakes and instead expect you to apologize for them. Consider a colleague who flubs an essential project. Rather than owning up to their error, they are quick to assign blame to you or another team member, insisting that fault lies with everyone but themselves. This not only fosters a toxic work atmosphere, but also leaves you feeling unjustly accused. Another instance involves a friend who continually finds themselves in trouble, yet refuses to recognize that their own choices contribute to these situations. When they arrive late for an engagement, it's always due to traffic or someone else's actions, rather than their failure to plan accordingly. Whenever adversity strikes, they never reflect on their behavior, but instead find a way to attribute blame to others while playing the victim. These individuals excel at instilling guilt over their mistakes, manipulating circumstances so that you end up apologizing for situations that are not your responsibility. This kind of emotional burden can be exhausting and can chip away at your self-esteem over time. Recognizing such behaviors is vital for safeguarding your mental and emotional health. Those who fail to take accountability can ensnare you in a cycle of guilt and manipulation. It's essential to learn how to identify these individuals and distance yourself from them to maintain your well-being. Number 5. The tendency to lie. Malicious individuals often possess a troubling habit of incessant lying. They fabricate tales for their advantage, and at times, they lie simply for enjoyment or to manipulate those around them. Their priority lies solely in their own interests, disregarding your trust and friendship. Imagine a colleague who routinely concocts exaggerations about their accomplishments at work, embellishing or outright inventing details to make themselves appear more impressive. Then consider a friend who claims they missed your event due to illness, only for you to discover they were out enjoying themselves elsewhere. Such deceit not only reveals dishonesty, but also represents a profound lack of respect for you and others. Liars often utilize their falsehoods to manipulate situations and people. For instance, a partner might misrepresent their feelings or intentions to maintain control or gain leverage in a disagreement. They may also spread gossip or misinformation to incite discord among friends or colleagues, all for amusement or personal gain. While these lies may seem trivial or harmless at first, over time, they erode trust and undermine relationships. If someone lies constantly, even about minor matters, it clearly indicates that they hold no respect for you and are willing to trade your trust for their own benefit. Recognizing and addressing these lies is crucial for nurturing healthy relationships. If you notice someone has a persistent habit of dishonesty, it's vital to reflect on their impact on your life and contemplate whether a trustworthy relationship is feasible. Honesty is the cornerstone of any ideal connection, and those who lie habitually cannot provide that essential foundation. Number 6. A lack of remorse. Malevolent individuals rarely experience genuine regret for their actions. They seldom feel guilty about the negative consequences their behaviors impose on others. When confronted, they deftly manipulate the situation to make you question your perception of reality. For instance, imagine a colleague who takes credit for your work. When you confront them, there's no trace of regret. Instead, they attempt to defend their actions by claiming you wouldn't have succeeded without their help, or asserting that they were merely helping you shine. This type of behavior showcases a complete absence of empathy and remorse, highlighting a deeply selfish and manipulative nature. Another example is a friend who frequently makes hurtful or disparaging remarks. When you express how those comments affect you, they may laugh and dismiss your feelings, suggesting you're simply overreacting or too sensitive. This conduct not only underscores their lack of remorse, but also seeks to distort your perception of reality, causing you to doubt your feelings. These individuals excel at flipping the narrative. When you highlight their mistakes or harmful actions, they quickly position themselves as the victims, leaving you feeling guilty for raising the issue. This form of emotional manipulation is a stark indicator that the person possesses no genuine remorse for their behavior and is primarily focused on preserving their own image. Recognizing the absence of remorse is vital for safeguarding your emotional health. Those who lack guilt for the pain they cause others are likely to repeat these harmful patterns, secure in the knowledge that they will face no real repercussions. Identifying this trait and establishing firm boundaries is essential to protect yourself and foster healthy relationships. If someone consistently demonstrates a lack of remorse, it's wise to consider distancing yourself from them to maintain your well-being. Number 7. Cruelty. Some malicious individuals openly embrace and exhibit cruelty, showing aggression that inflicts harm through both words and actions, and delighting in the suffering of others. A marked lack of empathy and a willingness to intentionally cause pain are defining traits of such people. Consider a co-worker who isn't hesitant to make hurtful or humiliating remarks in front of others. They might viciously highlight your flaws or ridicule your ideas during meetings, not to offer constructive feedback, but to undermine and demoralize you. This behavior not only saps the group's morale, but also cultivates a toxic and oppressive work atmosphere. Another example could be a friend who makes jokes at your expense regarding your insecurities or personal struggles. They might mock something you confided to them, and upon observing your discomfort, they seem to relish in your suffering. This lack of empathy and enjoyment in another's pain are clear indicators of a cruel individual. Additionally, cruelty can manifest in aggressive behaviors, both verbal and physical. A partner who routinely insults or physically abuses you is exhibiting overt cruelty, meant to harm and dominate, showing a complete disregard for your dignity and well-being. Recognizing cruelty in someone is crucial to safeguarding your emotional and physical integrity. Individuals who are openly cruel exhibit no consideration for the feelings of others, capable of causing profound and lasting harm. Establishing boundaries and distancing yourself from such individuals is vital to securing your safety and peace of mind. If you find yourself facing cruelty, don't hesitate to seek support and take proactive measures to protect yourself. Number 8. Heeding warnings from friends and family about a bad person's character. If your friends and family caution you about someone's character, it's essential to take these warnings seriously. They may have observed toxic and harmful behaviors in the past that you haven't yet witnessed. Ignoring these signals could lead you to experience the same issues they faced. Imagine starting a new relationship, and soon, your closest friends and family express unease. They voice concerns about this individual's history of manipulation and disrespect in previous partnerships. Accepting these criticisms can be challenging, especially if you're emotionally invested, but it's vital to listen to their concerns attentively. Another case could arise when you begin a new job, and your colleagues swiftly warn you about a particular supervisor. They share stories about how this supervisor regularly vents frustrations on their subordinates, fostering a tense and demotivating atmosphere while refusing to accept responsibility for their mistakes. These anecdotes are not mere gossip. Rather, they serve as genuine warnings grounded in real experiences that could shield you from distressing situations. Warnings from those close to you possess immense value because they offer an external and impartial perspective. Your friends and family genuinely desire what's best for you and have nothing to gain by misleading you. If multiple people are raising alarms about the same individual, it's a strong indication that you should exercise caution. It's all too easy to dismiss or downplay these warnings, especially if the person in question is treating you well at the moment. However, acknowledging and considering these concerns can spare you significant trouble in the future. If someone consistently demonstrates toxic and harmful behaviors, there's a high likelihood that these patterns will emerge with you as well. Take these warnings seriously and observe the person's behavior carefully. If you notice signs of manipulation, cruelty, or irresponsibility, consider distancing yourself before the situation becomes too complicated. Your friends and family may recognize red flags that you, caught up in the situation, might overlook. Trust their insights and protect yourself from potential harm. Number 9. Contempt. One of the most damaging forms of emotional manipulation employed by harmful individuals is contempt. These people make you feel inferior by criticizing your appearance, interests, dreams, and anything else they can target. It's crucial not to allow them to sway your perception of yourself. Imagine being in a relationship where your partner continually criticizes your looks, highlighting perceived flaws as if they were irredeemable shortcomings. They might say things like, "You could be more attractive if," or "Why don't you dress better?" Such remarks are far from constructive. They are cruel and aimed at eroding your self-confidence. Consider a friend who ridicules your passions and achievements, diminishing your dreams as if they are unworthy of respect. They may laugh at your ambitions, making you feel foolish for pursuing what matters to you. This form of contempt not only inflicts emotional pain, but also prompts self-doubt regarding your abilities and worth. These individuals wield contempt as a method of emotional control, undermining your self-esteem to ensure you rely on them for validation and acceptance. They seek to meld your self-perception to align with their own interests and desires, disregarding your true identity. Do not permit such people to manipulate your self-image. Remember, you are valuable and deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. If someone constantly belittles you, it's a clear indication that they are unconcerned with your emotional well-being. Protect yourself by distancing yourself from those who seek to diminish you, and instead cultivate relationships that encourage your growth and happiness. Number 10. Animal abuse. Cruelty towards animals is a clear indicator of a bad person. Such behavior often reflects deeper issues within one's character. If you know someone who exhibits abusive or neglectful tendencies towards animals, it may be wise to distance yourself from them. Consider a neighbor who frequently mistreats their dog, shouting at it or physically harming it for minor infractions. These actions not only inflict suffering on the animal, but also reveal a profound lack of empathy and emotional control within the abuser. Furthermore, this abusive behavior can often spill over into other aspects of their life. Another example could be an individual who keeps their pets in appalling living conditions, neglecting to provide adequate food, hygiene, or healthcare. Such constant disregard signifies a complete lack of concern for the lives and well-being of the animals they claim to care for. These actions should never be overlooked. Research indicates that cruelty towards animals is frequently linked to violent behavior towards humans as well. Recognizing these signs is critical when evaluating the impact of being around someone with such traits. While it can be challenging to acknowledge these issues, especially when we are blinded by friendship, love, or respect, it's essential to prioritize the safety and well-being of both animals and ourselves. If you suspect that someone is being cruel to animals, consider distancing yourself, and if possible, report these actions to the appropriate authorities to protect the animals and prevent further harm. If you have other signs of a bad person that haven't been covered here, feel free to share them in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've made it to the end, please comment. Good always triumphs over evil. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more wisdom. Let's strive to be wiser today. Until next time.